I welcome you to the session How Blockchain Optimizes Supply Chain Decision Making. I'm Professor Jitesh Thakkar, Dean Academics and Professor Logistics and Supply Chain Management at Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, Central University, India's first and only university in transportation and logistics sector. I'm ex-professor IIT Kharagpur. On the right-hand side, you can see the textbook published by me and Professor S.G. Deshmukh, IIT Delhi, on mastering logistics and supply chain management for 21st century. This book talks about various important dimensions of supply chain management and advises how you can optimize your supply chain using the various critical levers like inventory, facility, pricing, sourcing, vendor management, contracts, and so on. And you can design a resilient supply chain. You can see my profile here. I am broadly operating in the domain of operations management, logistics and supply chain management, service operations management, project management, Six Sigma quality optimization and statistical modeling. I have published papers in the leading international journals, International Journal of Production Economics, International Journal of Operations and Production Management, Transportation Research Party, International Journal of Production Research, Transport Policy, Computers and Industrial Engineering, Journal of Clean Production, and so on. I have published 5 textbooks: Structural Equation Modeling with Springer, Project Management with Springer, Multi-Criteria Decision Making with Springer, Mastering Logistics and Supply Chain Management with Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya publisher, and Service Analytics and Management with Cambridge publisher. You can scan the QR code on the left-hand side to view the content on my YouTube channel, Professor Dr. Jitesh Thakkar, and this channel shares the intellectual content benefiting students, faculty, and industry professionals. On the right side, you can scan the Google Scholar and see my publications, research in the different domains, in the different industry segment. You can also connect with me by scanning the QR code of LinkedIn. So Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, where I work, is a central university, and it is a uniquely created university by Government of India to focus on transportation and logistics sector with all 3 dimensions in center. One is the technology, that is infrastructure, management, services, and policy regulation. And to strengthen the ecosystem of transportation and logistics sector, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya has entered into the collaborations at both national and international level with the prestigious organizations such as St. Petersburg State Transport University, Russia, Monash University, JTTRI, Lucchini, RSSPA, Italy, Indian Armed Forces, Jacobs, Nokia, Plaza, Armstrong, and so on. University is driven by a unique vision, innovation-led, industry-driven university. You can see that university offers the academic programs both for the regular students and working professionals. For regular students, the programs are available at BTech in different engineering disciplines with a focus on transportation, railways, MBA in logistics, supply chain management, MBA in ports and shipping, logistics, and working professional, MTech in intelligent transport system, MTech in railway engineering, MTech in bridge and tunnel engineering, MTech in roads and highway engineering, MBA logistics and supply chain management, MBA metro rail management, MBA aviation operations management, and so on. University also offers PhD in engineering and management with a special focus on transportation and logistics sector. You can check the details of the program curriculums at the suggested website to understand the unique value propositions of the programs offered by Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. When we talk about the different optimization approaches within supply chain, it broadly becomes part of supply chain science, which deals with mathematical modeling, data analytics, and machine learning, inventory management theories, and stochastic modeling to see that my decisions are data driven, scientific in nature, and not on intuition based. Typically, when my supply chains are global, highly complex, and there are geopolitical issues which are highly critical to address in today's context. So, with four important objectives, supply chain science aims to optimize the supply chain. Number one is the cost reduction, drive out the inefficiencies across your supply chain, reduce the unnecessary cost, improve service level leading to customer satisfaction, enhance resilience. There are a lot of disruptions, natural disasters, geopolitical tensions, and you need to create the resilient supply chain and competitive advantage to really see that the decisions are driven based on scientific, mathematical, algorithm based approach and not based on intuition one only. Let's look at some facts and statistics that can really help us to appreciate the blockchain and why this has become now gradually the industry accepted practice. So 10% of global GDP will be stored on blockchain as per the World Economic Forum. Gartner estimates that the business value added by blockchain will exceed $175 billion in 2025 and $3.1 trillion by 2030. So there is a huge scope, and you can see that when the transactions will shift to blockchain, enabling technology, the huge business will be through blockchain platform. Some of the latest estimates from research and market indicates that blockchain market size is of USD 67.4 billion by 2026 from base of US $4.9 billion in 2021. So it is growing rapidly, and this increase of 68% in CAGR justifies the importance of blockchain and its impact on the supply chain positively. So what is blockchain? The purpose of this video is to help you understand, appreciate blockchain, its utility and its impact on improving the supply chain functions, optimizing the supply chain operations. So blockchain is a distributed ledger and intended to be a decentralized platform. It will provide a kind of common language. Distributed system is a computing paradigm where two or more nodes work with each other in a coordinated fashion to achieve a common outcome. And cryptography secure, immutable, tamper-proof with append-only blocks of transactions. So a lot of security features you can embed when you are using the blockchain platforms. So Bitcoin, if you see, then it was the first implementation of blockchain in 2008. It's a digital cryptocurrency protected by cryptographic hashes, but blockchain is broader and can solve many other problems. So let us appreciate this matrix and what exactly it helps us to understand about the types of blockchain. So you can see on the x-axis there is a trust in validators, and y-axis there is anonymity in validators. So you can broadly classify the blockchain into four quadrants. Number one, I can say permission. So anyone can join and read. Only those meeting predefined criteria can download and validate. So these are the protocol and conditions with the permissioned blockchain, where the anonymity in validation goes higher, as well as trust in validation is significantly higher. POS, Ethereum, New, Ripple are some of the examples of this type of blockchain technology. Diagonally opposite, you can see where the anonymity in validators and trust in validators are on the lower side. you can use the private, hosted on private network. So only authorized participants can join, access information and what. So Holochain, Monet are a couple of examples. You can just go above and see where the anonymity in validators is higher and trust in validator goes on the lower side. So public hosted on public server, permissionless, anyone can join, access information and vote. Anyone can download and validate, and POW, Bitcoin, Ethereum Vault are a couple of examples. And the last one, diagonally opposite to permissionless, you can see that here your trust in validator is on the higher side and anonymity in validator is on the lower side. So it once again falls within the bracket of private, hosted on private network. So only authorized participants, members of the consortium, can join and access the information and vote. So you are limiting the use. Super users, admin, founding members have some predefined overriding powers. PBFT, Hyperledger Fabric are a couple of examples. So there are four important issues. If you have appreciated this taxonomy, one is the technology, second is the trust, third is the traceability, transparency, and the fourth is the trade. So if we look at some insight on the technology, then IoT devices can be extensively utilized in supply chain, but maintaining centralized system is highly expensive and there are security concerns. Trusted peer-to-peer, P2P, typically blockchain model or network can address these issues, also provides you the adequate security, and you don't have to really authenticate intermediate server, and you can handle the large scale data with greater visibility. Blockchain technology can be applied to IoT systems by recording the cryptographic hashes of devices, configurations, and allowing devices to communicate through messages that are similar to transactions. You can have smart contracts that can be used to validate and allow devices to perform actions, improving the security of IoT platform, and so on. And some of the examples of using blockchain in IoT can include using it for last mile delivery. So Walmart's patent application for drones typically deals with this technology, and for safe, decentralized solution that protects user privacy, confidentiality in communication between vehicles. The second important dimension, let us develop some insight on the trust, transparency aspect. So this dimension is very important when you are sharing the data. So blockchain technology can improve the cybersecurity of supply chain members and the safety of data flows in the cold chain supply chains, typically the part of your agriculture. Centralized cloud system for IoT devices, typically extensively used in cold chain, are vulnerable to cyber attacks that can disturb the entire cold chain services, and identifying certificates and enabling supply chain participants to log, verify, follow transaction can increase the trust in multi-sector supply chain network. So going ahead, let us see the fourth dimension, that insights on trade when you are using the blockchain. So use of blockchain technology in the energy sector, you can specifically use P2P, peer-to-peer energy trading, and this can support sustainable energy consumption. When you look at the cold supply chain, lower energy utilization expenses, utility expenses, and so on. Use of this blockchain technology can facilitate the transfer of money, such as through the use of digital currency like Bitcoin. Chinese government, if you look at, is considering the use of blockchain technology for logistics and transport operation as part of One Belt, One Road initiative. And this involves building projects in more than 56 countries. So there are a variety of advantages, technological advantages associated with the blockchain. And blockchain technology can be effectively utilized for funding initiatives in one belt, one road kind of project envisaged by China. And because it can transfer funds across borders quickly without any hassle or any security issues. So another dimension is to look into the insight on traceability, typically one of the very important dimensions when we talk about the supply chain visibility and optimization. So main theme traceability aspects are tracking inventory and increasing transparency of information. You can use the RFID tags, online verification codes, which can improve the supply chain visibility, sustainability, and transparency. And blockchain, typically, as a technology, can link algorithms to RFID to further increase the tracking and transparency, maintaining supplier responsibility, trace carbon footprints, and so on. So, your blockchain technology can manage inventories. Typically, in food supply chain, where the significant wastage takes place, it is highly useful because it provides traceability and reduce food contamination. Going ahead, we can just put the discussion in the form of a SWOT analysis on blockchain technology. So strengths, yes, it offers operational efficiency and transparency, easier sharing of information, less documentation, temper-proof data storage, secured encryption, decentralization. But yes, on the other hand, if we look at the weaknesses, then a difficult transfer of information while exit, it may not be compliance with the data rules made by the respective government, not easy to be replaceable once you have loaded your entire data, and transition to new business rule many a times is difficult. There are certain opportunities. It can be intuitive platform for data analysis, better control on platform with couple of threads. Environmental cost has to be considered when you are deploying this technology. Quantum computation, because you are dealing with huge data, big data, and hyper fast changing business environment. So broadly, if we summarize, then usage of blockchain in supply chain management is all about providing secure and transparent way of doing the transactions. It creates a single shared source of truth that is accessible to all authorized participants. There is absolutely no need for a central authority. Unlike traditional supply chain systems that rely on fragmented, siloed database, blockchain system records each step. Whatever transaction you do, inventory transfer or fund transfer, as a block of data, and these blocks are cryptographically linked together in a chronological chain, making information tamper-proof and verifiable by all network participants. So there are numerous benefits of using blockchain technology, enhanced traceability and transparency with the secured features. Industries like food and pharmaceutical, typically they are significantly benefited. Increased trust and security. So it builds trust among the supply chain partners, and there is no longer a need to rely on a single centralized database. Number three, it improves efficiency and automation. If you just see the example, you can have a smart contract that can automatically trigger a payment to a supplier as soon as a shipment is verified to have arrived at the destination. And this significantly reduces your administrative cost, overhead, minimizes human error, and speeds up the transactions. It reduces the cost because it drives out the inefficiencies, automates the processes, lower operational costs, reduce administrative efforts, and so on. And there is certainly better risk management when you improve the transparency, visibility, and your resilience to disruptions using blockchain technology. So when you are implementing the blockchain in supply chain, there are a couple of considerations. Number one, product traceability and provenance. So you can have a QR code, unique digital ID, which is assigned to each product. and item moves as it moves through the supply chain. Each event, such as transfer of ownership, a temperature reading from an IoT sensor, or a customer check, it is recorded as a new block on the blockchain. So this is used extensively by the companies like Walmart to track food and by luxury brands to combat counterfeiting. Logistics and transportation, you can use the blockchain to create a single shared record of a shipment. It can include the information from bill of lading, customs and documents, delivery receipts, smart contracts, automate payments, streamlining the processes and reducing delays and across borders and ports. Supply chain finance, another dimension where blockchain implementation is advantageous. So transparency of blockchain ledger can provide lenders with a very clear view of a company's inventory and transaction and supplier management. Blockchain can be used to store and verify supplier credentials, certifications, performance history, and this tracking can help you to improve upon your supply chain contracts, reliability of the suppliers, helping companies make more informed decisions about their sourcing. So I hope this session would have helped you to appreciate the blockchain technology, its advantages, and the issues associated with the implementation. So Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya is India's first and only university with a focus on transportation and logistics sector, covering all modes of transport, rail, road, aviation, water, ports, and shipping. And it is trying to create impact on the transport and logistics sector with the aim to reduce the logistics cost from 14% to 8 to 9%. University operates with a unique vision, industry driven, innovation led university. Thank you very much for your interest in understanding the blockchain technology for enhancing supply chain efficiency and supply chain optimization across various operations. And this would certainly help you to understand that how the domain of supply chain science with the mathematical models, enabling technology, algorithms is advancing. And today, it is absolutely not possible to compete with supply chain as a weapon without modern advanced technological interventions.